सर आपके लिए ये केस A, B या 3416 होगा, मेरा एक ही बेटा है, तो अगर आपको ये लग रहा है कि ये ऐसा कर रहा है वैसा कर रहा है, मुझे मत बताइए, मैं जीती हूँ उसके साथ, मुझे पता है वो क्या कर सकता है और क्या नहीं. When I decided to work, anxiety was higher on my end than his, because he started coping with whatever was provided to him. मुझे किसी पे विश्वास रह ही नहीं गया था, कहीं ना कहीं घर के लोग ही करेंगे, घर में होगा. Good morning, I am Divya Singh. I am a senior manager with a PSU company, and I am here today as a mother to Aishman Singh, who is a 16-year-old young man with Autism Spectrum Disorder. So Ayush की journey start हुई जब वो 2.5 साल का था. He had some infantile spasms. लाखों में किसी एक बच्चे को ये प्रॉब्लम होती है, नींद में सीजर्स आ रहे हैं जो किसी को दिख रहे नहीं है, और हमें जो दिख रहा है कि ये बच्चा दौड़ रहा है, इधर उधर घूम रहा है, लेकिन वो बैठ रहा नहीं है. तो इतने साल पहले जब हमने पीडियाट्रिशियंस को भी दिखाया, उन्होंने कहा नहीं इसका वेट नहीं बढ़ रहा है, तो वो बहुत एक्टिव है ना. कंटिन्यूड वर्किंग. एट दैट टाइम आई टुक 2 years लीव. आई वर्क विद द PSU. थैंकफुली आई गॉट 2 years लीव वेयर आई हैड टू फ्रीज माई सीनियोरिटी, आई हैड टू फ्रीज माई पे एंड एवरीथिंग, बट आई टुक इट फॉर हिम. Worked very hard to toilet train him and finally be able to go to school. He joined Heritage Experiential Learning School, and then eventually they had an offshoot of their course. They put him in Autism Center for Excellence, the ACE Center, which was specifically for non-verbal kids, and it was a very beautiful facility. He started going there. But somehow I was feeling that things are like, not moving. It's kind of a plateau. I was getting restless. Even though I joined back work because of the situation, my leave ended. So he started going to school, I went to work. I had, of course, support at home. Then my father-in-law, like he was my pillar of strength. So he told me, make me meet someone who was doing a program through Institutes of Achieving Human Potential, currently known as Doman International. And that course, I did it with along almost 100 parents together when Aishman was 9 years old. So that gave me a whole, set of activities. Like before that, we were going for several therapies. They would work for 45 minutes. I would come back and do the same work, but nothing much was happening. But when I did this course, this particular thing, I still remember, I used to go by metro. I used to read in the metro because of the course I had to do. It is a parent-centric course, not for professionals. So I did that, and that helped me a lot. After first 6 months, me and my daughter, she was 15 at that time, we took him to Philadelphia for his evaluation, and we realized that these are the tools which we need to take him where he needs to go. So they did work on several levels. Like one is the food pattern, like understand that our gut helps us think a lot. The autism part it's a new research, but we got the allergy test done. He had a lot of allergies, so we started removing them, those foods which were he was allergic to, and understand that since a person is not able to express what is his problem, I guess it was causing him a lot of problems. So when we removed that, he started sitting, which he was not able to. Maybe he used to eat something and be dancing around because it was not working for him. We just can't say. But it did help him settle down. A lot of sugars were removed, a lot of things we removed, and it worked. And then there is a breathing protocol, and there is a massive physical protocol. When we finished this program, all the parents were like, they're giving us goals which are not possible. Impossible goals they have given us. We can't make our children do this much. But I was one parent, I said, you have given me the ammunition I needed. I really wanted to work with my child, and this is going to help us. I was convinced. I was totally sold on it. And they taught us how to teach the children. Like till then, people had told us, you can't teach the child with a book. This child you can't teach with a book. So we started working with that, and they gave us very nice protocols, like how to generate picture memory, and it helped. So now he can read English, he can do basic maths, and he can do little bit of, he can read Hindi also. Now, the issues are with the output devices. He cannot still speak very well, though he can communicate, but the speech is still broken. But at least he is not non-verbal. And then he, with his sheer grit, like his strength has immensely improved. He was a low muscle tone, weak child who would fall ill every month. he gained his physical victory. Physical victory means 1 year no disease that he had achieved with them, and also breathing protocols, and helped him able to talk. His confidence improved. Now he's taller than me, smarter than me, and he took part in the Gurgaon marathon, and he went on a trek with me. So my aim is to take him everywhere with me. Usually these children have got a lot of sensory issues. Like you and I can actually sit in a room and can't hear a thing, but if he sits in front of these lights, he might be hearing those sound from a tube light. He'll be able to hear the sound coming from the AC, and that would disturb him so much that he'll not be able to sit still. He'll have to walk around. He might give out a loud shout suddenly, and it is embarrassing behavior. Like, it is not a good social behavior. But in my particular situation, whatever we asked him to do, in spite of his handicap, he continued to do. Like, this kid would do at least 1.5 to 2 hours of physical training, like almost 2 kilometers of commando crawl, and then treadmill and everything. So he's become physically very fit. We eliminated the foods which were difficult for him, so he's a very fit child, touch wood. As in, it has helped him to become a smart individual. As I say, I want him to do better. I want him to become a sports person, which is helping him grow. And maybe someday, since he's working on his typing and writing, maybe someday he writes an exam, I don't know, maybe. And if he doesn't, he's still okay, he's fine. As long as he's being able to do what he can, it's good. जब हम लोग फिलाडेल्फिया से वापस आए, तो ये प्रोटोकॉल्स बहुत टफ थे. एंड हम लोग ने कई तरीके से, मतलब जैसे मेरी बेटी जो उस समय 15 साल की थी, एंड ऑल फैमिली मेम्बर्स, हाउस हेल्प, एंड वी ऑल डिसाइडेड टू टेक ऑल दैट वर्क टुगेदर, एंड उसको उसके प्रोटोकॉल्स पूरे कराते थे. यूजुअली जो सबसे डिफिकल्ट पार्ट था, जैसे कि जब उसको कमांडो क्रॉल करने को कहा, तो उसके लेफ्ट और राइट साइड बॉडी का एक साथ नहीं चलता था ना. जैसे कि सो मैं उसको कहती थी, आयुष्मान जैसे स्पाइडरमैन वॉल पे चढ़ता है ना, वैसे आपको फ्लोर पे करना है. सो इट वॉज लिटिल लाइक, ये क्या समझा रहे हैं. मैंने कहा नहीं, जब लेफ्ट करेंगे तो राइट करेंगे, ऐसे कर करके these are the protocols which helped him get his wiring in place, if you say, or maybe it helped him grow. The brain develops with this. So finally, when we tried doing that. I asked another friend to help. We managed the difficult parts. Once he started doing it, then even my daughter would say, okay Ayush, let's crawl. So he'll start crawling. So we reached that level. And at that time my daughter was in class 10th. Even through her board exam, she will always get up to do his protocols. कि पैटर्न तो कराना ही है, सो चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, शी विल ऑल्सो जॉइन इन. इवन थ्रू हर स्टडी शी वुड गेट अप एंड डू. एंड she did cover up for the time I was not there. Family was there, and everything worked for the kid. And yes, we had put CCTV cameras in the house, because at work I would feel like seeing what he's doing, and it did help, because wherever he was working out or whatever he was doing, I was able to see. I mean, we had people to take care of him. Yes, we did that. Now, since he is grown up, there are a lot of things which I want him to learn now, as in how to fix his own food. He needs to cook. He needs to learn how to peel a cucumber, make his own salad, because his foods are very healthy. So he needs to learn that. We are working on these skills. Also, since his fine motor skills are not very good, so it took him time to reach till here. It takes a little more time. Like any child would learn to get certain skills by the age of 5. By the age of 15 also, he was struggling for it. But now things are improving. He still can't tie his laces. He is still trying to learn a lot of things, learning typing and little things. But yes, he goes to a therapy center, but they have streamlined the things according to his protocol. So he does a lot of things which I wanted to, give to other people, not do everything myself. Like that has also been my bane. Like one of the psychiatrists told me, ma'am, if you continue doing like this, he will not look at other therapists. So I had to join work. She told me, if you don't join work, he will not look at anybody else. He'll be totally dependent on you. There was a time when I was at home, I used to take him to Delhi for speech therapy, take him for hyperbaric chamber, for oxygen therapies. I have taken him to specialists. But when he used to go to Children First also. But when I started working, I mean, Children First, the Dr. Kavita only told me that, ma'am, you need to step back a bit, because Otherwise, he'll become totally dependent on whatever you are saying, and he will. And she also said, mother should not be the totally, So finally, when I decided to work, anxiety was higher on my end than his, because he started coping with whatever was provided to him, but I found it very difficult. I was after the school, I was after the therapist that tell me what he did, show me what he did, can you share the videos, can you show me the CCTV footage, like what is he doing right now. Our fears are that if these children are not like, if somebody is not taking care of him, or if someone is sitting in front of him and sleeping, what can I do? This child will not tell me that nobody is doing anything with me. He'll also sit and steam. He's fine by not doing anything. So for him, we are looking at people with high integrity who would continue to do work as much as is required. Like, if it's not about if someone is watching or not, they will do the work. That is the kind of people I really, like, from running around to therapists, I reached a level where I would look at the therapist and tell them, सर आपके लिए ये केस ए बी या 3416 होगा, मेरा एक ही बेटा है, तो अगर आपको ये लग रहा है कि ये ऐसा कर रहा है वैसा कर रहा है, मुझे मत बताइए, मैं जीती हूँ उसके साथ, मुझे पता है वो क्या कर सकता है और क्या नहीं। प्लीज़ मुझे मत कहिए कि इसने ये लिखा है, क्योंकि मुझे पता है वो पेंसिल नहीं पकड़ पा रहा है। आप वो कीजिए जो मैं बता रही हूँ, क्योंकि मैं कुछ सीख के आई हूँ और मैं चाहती हूँ कि यही काम इसके साथ हो। इससे ज़्यादा मुझे ज्ञान मत दीजिए, सिर्फ इतना कीजिए और छोड़ दीजिए। और मैं फिर मैंने सारा कुछ अपने घर में शुरू कराया। We took a bigger house. We have a basement. Because वो लंबा हो गया था. He was reaching 12, 13, and when he used to do the exercise in the dining area, his knees would get near the dining area. So we took, like my father-in-law worked with us. He said, नहीं हम बड़ा घर ले लेते हैं, big basement. So where he can do his commando crawl, we'll put up a treadmill, So we did everything, and this is just before COVID hit. So during the whole lockdown, nothing stopped for this child. Like, if I was working in the house, my daughter made him do his therapies, but nothing stopped. So, I mean, he learned how to cycle in that phase only. In that house only, he started cycling first time, like half pedaling. He was almost 10, 12. He was not young at that time, but वो नहीं कर पाता था. I had been trying to teach him how to cycle for very long, but he started it then. So, lot of things started happening. And for 2-3 years, I didn't send him to any school, any center, anywhere. No more than that, I think 5-6 years, because from lockdown till about last year, he was not going anywhere. Everything was done at home. And that showed us a lot of results, because मुझे किसी पे विश्वास रह ही नहीं गया था. कहीं ना कहीं घर के लोग ही करेंगे, घर में होगा, मैं करूँगी, जो सबसे मुश्किल होगा वो मैं करूँगी. वैसे my daughter would do, like she would swim with him. She taught him to swim. And of course, we had a physical trainer who helped us. He's a gym trainer. So he worked with the child as much as I told him to. Like, अगर मुझे काम पे जाना है तो कोई चीज़ वो करवाएंगे कि सर ट्रेडमिल कराएंगे, सिर्फ 20 मिनट करानी है, ऐसे करानी है. So that is how it worked. I would always give them the work which I saw that he could do. Anything new, I will teach him. Once he starts doing, then maybe he can take up. But not that everything, they cannot be teaching him new if I can't teach him. That's how I worked. Like, जो सबसे मुश्किल काम है, अगर मेरे साथ कर ले रहा है तो फिर वो किसी के साथ भी करेगा. That was the way it worked. And I eventually learned to delegate. करना ही पड़ता है, नहीं तो काम कैसे होगा. So after almost 8 to 9 years of this kind of work, he is now able to do a bit of typing, and he is able to understand everything I say. And as much as I understand about language, it's a multiple level step. Like, when you say something, he is hearing it, then understanding it, assimilating it, and responding. So one of the most beautiful things which has happened is I keep asking him such weird questions. He's able to answer WH questions. So there are several things which I ask him. The Prime Minister of the country, do you know who is the Home Minister? I mean, I'll ask him really tough questions. So once he told me, I don't know. I was so happy that he could actually understand his own inability to answer. But if he's able to, so I don't know, yeah, even if he says pata nahi, that's great. That's great that the whole circle of communication gets completed. We, in evenings, at times we play Ludo, and when he's able to count this thing, so that's very good. And we play Antakshari, so he remembers all the songs he's ever heard. There I don't have to give him a prompt. He will fill in the right word. And that's very interesting because he's always smiling when it is songs. Then he is, of course, he loves cycling and skating. Skating he started very late. So it's not that he's a very ace skater, but it helps him. It helps him calm down, balance him. And as far as, in fact, the people from Domain also asked me that how did I teach him Hindi? I said to read Hindi, because reading Hindi is not easy. It's a different, script. So the way they had taught us how to teach English, similarly we started working with him to teach him the Hindi alphabet, and he was able to. So yeah, basic maths. Now he cannot write. Now you may ask that how do we get that answers from him? Usually we give him MCQs. He's able to put a mark there, and we are able to see that yeah, he's able to. He's able to calculate a little bit in his mind, can do some money, can do some time. Well, he's getting ready to face the world. I just want the world to be ready to accept him the way he is. So for new parents, I would want you to, keep the eyes open for signs. If the child has suddenly stopped looking at you or giving you eye contact, or if they are, lost in themselves, playing with their hands, looking at the shadow, and not, getting to see others, or maybe not even pointing at a bird, or if you are showing them the moon and they are not looking at it, it's a sign of alarm. You need to go and see a doctor. Nowadays, psychiatrists are very well trained. Even the pediatricians know that there's something wrong. That is very important. And also, there are, the more you delay it, the more you accept, take time to accept it, the longer it will get to actually able to help your child. So thank you, Josh Talks Special Mom, for giving us an opportunity to share our life story. This has been a great journey and educational one. It has helped us grow, and I hope everybody learns from this. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. I'm so happy that Josh Talks has brought this channel out where we can hear the stories of the incredible mothers and fathers of autistic children. I had somebody in my own family who was autistic. If you are the parent of a young child who has autism, please share your information with Josh Talks in the form below. This will help Josh Talks better understand the problems that you face and the content that needs to be created. Your information will be kept confidential. Only a few members of the team will have access to this data, who will call you to have a short conversation with you.